Welcome to the Uptown Drapes office. I'm super excited to be doing this because this means we've got a lot done finally on this place. We've been in here for about 1.5 years. For 13 years, we actually worked out of our basement, but as we grew, we just needed to spread out. We were all on top of each other. We couldn't find any of our samples. And so finally we're here, we can breathe. This is where we come every single day. This is where my girls are in the office. So there was a lot involved in putting this building together, because if you think I just found the perfect space, I really did not at all. I saw the potential in this building, and so little by little we've done things very much DIY, and I just love how everything has turned out. So I'm excited to show you the whole tour. Let me introduce you to our showroom. This is where our clients come. If we've already been out to their home and measured, then they can come and bring their carpet samples, their paint samples, their floor samples, and we have a big place to lay out with a lot of light. So we meet with our clients a lot of times here, choose the fabrics, choose the rods, all the fun things that they want. So we really love this space and love how it all turned out, but it wasn't this good when I first saw it. These were like 3 small little offices with a very low ceiling, teeny little mini blinds that were disgustingly dirty. The windows were silver. It was just old. It was really, really bad. Everything was out of date. Everything was ran down, but I saw the potential. And so first of all, what drew me to the building when I passed it was all these windows, because well, this is what we needed. Like, we just needed a place to put our product. I wanted it in an actual window. So this is what drew me to the building, and I love how this looked. I also knew I wanted to have some brick. I wanted this to feel old because it is an old building, and I love the industrial vibe in here. So this brick we actually got at Home Depot. It's that brick paneling that's not very expensive. It was like the bright red with the brown grout, and we just knew we were gonna make this look so much better. But it took a lot of time. We literally painted every single bit of grout. There was a lot involved in it, and I don't know if I'd want to do it again, but I'm sure glad we did it because it just makes a big statement, and I love it. I also love how the ceiling turned out. So when we first saw the building, this was about 24 inches lower, and it was that ugly, like, tile paneling or whatever it's called. And I just wanted to make it as high as we could. So we only gained about 2 feet, but it made a huge difference. And my builder said, well, all the guts are gonna show if you do that. And I'm like, exactly, let's do that. So we just kind of left everything exposed. And then this corrugated stuff is just kind of that plastic, I think you would use it on a shed and just down at Home Depot. So we found that and slapped it up there. And then for the lights, we just went to IKEA and we spray painted them gold. We bought about 16 of them, and they're kind of throughout the showroom and throughout the rest of the building that I'll show you. So it was a great way to save money, and I just love the way they look. I just think they look industrial, but kind of fancy because they're gold. So this ceiling, just raising it up and having things exposed, made a really big difference in my opinion. Come with me over to our fabric board, which we really, really love. I feel like this is kind of the heart of our showroom. So all these fabrics, you wouldn't believe it, but there's more than 1,000 fabrics on this wall. And this is like our big giant book. These used to be on the wall down in our basement on every single wall. It was hard to see. They kept falling down. So when we had the plan to move here, I thought, how's the best way to display our little fabric swatches? Because we knew we needed to display this in a tight way. We didn't want them all over the walls. So as you can see, we've got them categorized by solids, geometrics, plaids. This is the best way to take a look at all the cute fabric that we carry. So this is where we've got our custom rod display. So every rod is gonna be different depending on your window. So everything that you buy from us is custom. It doesn't come in a package, it doesn't expand, it comes to fit. So this just shows the different styles, different colors. We've got all the fun finials that we offer. So these are the rods. And then over here on this wall, this is another big part of our showroom where we've got drapery panels hanging for everybody to see. So depending on if you want a velvet or a sheer or something with an edge banding, this is a great way for a client to come in and see what they're getting and what we're all about, because I think these are beautiful and our quality is the best. So anyone looking at this is gonna see that for themselves. Welcome to the office portion of the building. This is where the hard work is done. This is where my girls come every single day and work really, really hard, and I love every single one of them. They are a big part of why this business is where it's at today. So when we bought the building, I knew I needed to provide an awesome place for them to come every single day that was light and bright and airy. So when we saw this building, this was actually part of the warehouse, and it was not pretty, and there was like a big broken door right there. There was not a window down on that end. We actually saved that from these ugly cubicles in the showroom, and we had our builder install that down there on that side. So it just brings in so much light. I love the high ceiling. That's an important part. All the mini lights that we have in here that just create this like really open, bright, breathable space. But then of course we wanted it to be really, really cute. So first of all, we did the brick down in the back, which we love. And like I said, it goes kind of throughout our whole building. But even after that was down there, I thought we need something else. So this big accent wall with the gold clock, that paint is iron ore. And once that was painted, it was like, oh yeah, we're getting there. I also love the IKEA lights that we spray painted gold that kind of go down the center of this room. Just that little blingy warmth up top makes a huge difference. But even still, I kept looking at the walls thinking, there just needs to be something. So just over Thanksgiving and Christmas a few months ago, I ran to Home Depot, bought the boards, came back and spent a few weekends installing this wood and just created this trim, which made a huge impact in the space. I had never done it before, and it was really fun. It took a little bit of time and a lot of caulking, but it was so worth it. I really love how it looks. And now as we gaze back and forth at each other, we see this in the background, and it's really, I think it makes a huge statement. So I guess really just little things that aren't that expensive can make a big difference in your space. And if you're working all day long in a space like this, you want to enjoy it. You want it to look good. So these are just some simple, inexpensive ways to kind of do that. And so we're happy here. We like it. We can breathe. It's just fun. This is our virtual room. So we sit here and have a conversation with you. We've got a few rod samples that we can show you. They're very heavy. Obviously you can't see that when you're having a Zoom call, but they're nice and hardy. We've got a cute little light right here to make us look pretty. I guess it works. I don't know. Anyway, then we've got some fabric swatches over here that we can grab if we need to talk about a specific fabric like a plaid or a stripe. So that's kind of where we grab things. And then of course we have our brick, which I felt was important to have as a background because I've had enough Zoom calls where it's really, really boring and you just get kind of tired of looking at the person's face. So we wanted to have something pretty behind to focus on. We do get a lot of people asking us like, where did you get the pictures on the wall? And I really think like these right here and then this one all came from Target. And then this is just a cute little swatch that we framed. We don't carry that fabric anymore, but we liked it when it was in stock. And then this is just a picture of somebody's Romans that we did here locally. So it's a fun room to sit in, fun to have virtual calls and meet people outside of Utah. And yeah, so this is what this is all about. Now we are in the swatch room, which we really love, of course, because it's very bright, it's very open, and we have room. In our other swatch room down in my basement, we just had 4 little shelves and it was shoved into a storage room. So this is really awesome because we can have multiple shelves. We've got a few rows and we're just unlimited with the fabrics that we can add. So we do enjoy that part of it. Everything is organized. It's all alphabetized. So when we do get orders on the website for swatches, this is where we come and grab them. We package them up for you and ship them to your own home. And that way you can like tape them up on your walls and on your glass and see which fabric is going to work good in your own space. Did you know that we actually cut all of our swatches right here on this dinosaur of a cutting machine. I found this online years and years ago. We have fixed it, repaired it, glued it, taped it, everything to it, and it does still keep working. But it is a dinosaur, but we cut all of our swatches right here and then label them and put them up on our shelves. So this is fabric right here that needs to be cut behind me. This is my work right here where I kind of created these pictures just with fabric and glue and paint. I do have a reel about that if you really want to know, but I think these are perfect right here. This is a big wall and it needed something big, so here you go. Here we are in the break room. This is at the back of our building. So I do really like, of course, the brick. I also really like how these cabinets turned out. So these are not real wood. It's kind of like a melamine type of a thing. And the cabinet guy I used said, this is very industrial. It's gonna last you forever. You can get it wet. So I thought, great. I don't want to have to replace this in a few years. But we did jazz it up with some pretty hardware and added the crown molding on the top. So I think it feels very homey. I do like the countertop also. We just went with like a dark gray. And then I'm the one that comes in every morning before everybody gets here and make sure we have utensils for everybody. And also like the snack drawer over here, I make sure it's stocked. Right here is like our janitor's closet. And I do like this cute door. It kind of mimics the one in the hallway where the barn door is. But on the back side of this door and that barn door, I just went to Home Depot and got this screen stuff and then tacked it around because before this was here, you could see all of the cleaning supplies, which was not that attractive. So this just kind of gives it a little bit of a buffer. And I do think it's kind of funny that we've got a mop sink thing because I worked at a lot of restaurants as a teenager and I just thought they were really weird. And now I have my very own. So there you go. We're in the warehouse. So usually we come in through here, walk this way. We built this cool little mudroom bench area, but no one really uses it, but it's okay. And then everyone enters in that door and starts their day. My installers, however, this is kind of where they live. So all the packages arrive through this door. They come in this way, they put them in the computer, stick them on the shelves. So this is where like the nitty gritty of everything is. And believe it or not, before this warehouse existed, we had everything in our 3-car garage. So we're really, really happy to have the warehouse and my car is really happy to be living in a garage. The last place to show you is the guy's office. This is not fancy, this is pretty rough, but when the installers are done doing their boxes and everything, they can come in here, schedule appointments, kind of get away, get warm. So I tried to make it kind of masculine and did something designy on the wall and it's good, I like it. They don't really care, to be honest. And then I do have to say, my husband, who is one of the installers, loves this guy, John Wayne. He got this for Christmas. He really wants it up in here somewhere. So I got to do that for him. It's his hero. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got questions or comments, just drop them below. And thank you so much for watching.